Hello and welcome to another episode of No Small Rolls, a D&D podcast where there are no small rolls and no small downpour on the road.
I should have packed an umbrella.
I'm David Knight, your dungeon master, and I'm joined by these waterlogged travellers. Say hi, everyone.
We're so soggy.
My socks are drenched.
I'm being captured by a spider.
No one cares about that.
Gwendolyn has just been smashed. Yeah. Should we get into it then?
Let's do it.
Cue the theme tune!
Yeah! Spider edition.
Prepare your party of players and polyhedral dice. Your tragic backstory better be worth the sacrifice. Seize your sheets and D20. Let's play D&D. Your haggard character swaggers with daggers in each hand. You've all discussed what you must, but even better laid plans. Take a turn when checks are missed.
Roll initiative. Brandish your blades. Don't fail your saves. No risk too great, no choice to roll. This is your story. No guts, no glory. Confront your fate with every roll. Every
is inside, one who will pay the price. Their chance of success will rest upon the dice. No risk too great, no choice too bold. This is No Small Rolls.
So, on the outskirts of Medravane, you all decided to avoid the second challenge in the city, and instead head off to avoid suspicion of arson. As the rain began to fall, you all settled down for the night, and on seeing his sister's name on one of the swiped hex papers, Gaius truthfully divulged his full backstory to you all.
Or did he?
I did.
Looking through the rest of the notes, you tried to decipher where the hex had been sending lots and who to, and whilst you could figure out some of the coded messages, others evaded your skills. The connections between the hex and Berian were also thrown into question. As the others slept, Gaius and Enkidu had a heart-to-heart and reaffirmed their friendship despite all they had been through. But the next rain-drenched day led you to a crossroads where you took the road south to Vernok Rise, and as you camped for the night, a giant spider-riding half-orc swiftly grabbed Gwendolyn and leapt away.
No.
That's where we're getting it. Gwendolyn,
Yes.
you are in the mandibles of a giant spider. You don't know that this thing is poisonous. It's definitely not bitten your skin, but you do know that it is leaping through the air, colliding with the ground occasionally, and then jumping again.
Okay, I am going to try and fight my way out.
Amazing. Go for it. What are you doing?
Oh yeah, how do I play a monk?
Hit them lots of times.
Yeah, I'm caught in there. I'm trying to basically burst my way out with like a punch.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 12 to hit.
A 12 doesn't hit, but what I will let you do is, as you're sort of like struggling around and like trying to like get the spider, like its legs are all over the place and they keep like sort of landing on the floor, bending, and then like exploding out again to launch you into the air, which is quite disorientating for you. Make a strength or an acrobatics or an athletics check to evade the grapple.
Okay. A 12 again.
No, unfortunately, it's still got you in its grip.
Unhand me, you furry, spidery thing! Let me go! Let me go!
Yes, of course, madam. We'll be just shortly. We're just getting a safe distance from everybody else.
No, now! Let me go now!
Yes, a few more leaps. We'll be safely. They won't be able to find us in the dark.
What? Stop! Just,
You land on the ground again, boom, boom, and leap straight into the air.
She tries and kicks again. Like she tries to. This time she's trying to kick out, like trying to kick the underneath of the spidery stomach.
Amazing.
Ooh, that's better. That's a 21 to hit.
21 does hit. Yeah, you turn around, manage to swing yourself around as you sort of hit the floor and launched into the air again. Swing your leg up into the underbelly of this spider, and you just hear like a little squeak of pain as it drops you. You sort of go tumbling onto the ground, You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Not a whole amount, but like you're rolling in mud at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna try and get up and start running back. I don't know. I don't know where I am. I'm in the middle of nowhere, aren't I? And it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to just try and run. Where I'm like very kind of quickly try to assess, because this is a big spider. There must be some sort of tracks that we've just left behind us, bounding pretty quickly. So can I try and figure out where we've just come from and try and like?
Yeah, make a quick perception check to see get an assessment of where you are, where you've been. The trouble is that of course the sky is clouded over and it's raining, so you can't even use the stars at this point.
God, but maybe there's some muddy dips for a 13.
A 13, you can see the last, as you sort of manage to release yourself from the previous leap. You can see where the spider had landed from the last one.
Okay.
But you can't, because of the darkness, you can't see beyond that.
Then I am gonna try. I'm using like my full movement. I'm dashing and I'm spending a key point to step of the wind to be running back in that direction.
Amazing.
And I'm help, Juna, and Gaius, and Kidu, Orin.
Yeah. The spider leaps after you again and surprisingly gets incredibly close with the one bound. Can you... Oh, no, wait, it's an attack roll.
Vicky is bursting.
I know Vicky's at hold. It's all right, Vicky. We'll come to you guys in a moment. Does a 16 hit you?
Yes, it does.
So as you're running away, this spider has landed. You've managed to get just that little bit further, and then you realise that a whole spray of webbing suddenly collides with your back, pushes you to the ground, and sticks you to the floor.
Ah! Unhand me! You don't even know who I am. What are you doing? It's ridiculous.
Sorry, we've got a very, very, fairly safe idea of who you are, so if you just confirm it for us.
I'm Carhilda. Carhilda Thorne. Now unhand me.
Carhilda, okay, interesting.
That's my name.
Is that who you believe yourself to be?
Yes, it is. I am a peasant woman from Dram. Now unhand me.
And you see the half-orc sort of clamber down off the back of the spider, gives it a little tap, gives it a little belly rub, walks over to where you are in the webbing, pulls out a little pouch of powder, starts sprinkling it on your face.
No.
Can you
She's
make
trying not to breathe.
Actually, you don't need to make a check for this.
Oh.
Because as he's sprinkling it, he's like,
well, there you are. That should be disenchanted now. Now, we'll ask again. Gwendolyn Rose, is it?
Who on earth is that?
Oh.
Well, you must be very enchanted. And he just carries on sprinkling more powder over your face.
Stop what you're doing. You clearly have the wrong person.
No, my dear, Boots is never wrong.
Who's Boots?
That's Boots. Points at the spider.
Oh, Boots the spider.
Hello, Boots. Boots, I'm afraid you've got this terribly wrong. I'm not who you think I am.
No, dear, you're not who you think you are.
Yes, I am. Yes, I'm Carhilda Thorne. Now, thank you very much. Please unhand me. And if you unhand me now, I won't beat you up.
Well, I'd much rather you just didn't beat me up, but don't worry. If the powder isn't working, I can take you back to the DeBarges. I'm sure they've got better.
Who on earth are the DeBarges?
Oh, it's really bad, isn't it? It's really bad. Well, and he starts to sort of sits down and using the webbing is almost rolling it up around you just so that it's even slightly tighter.
I'm just struggling. I'm trying to kick.
Oh my gosh.
Everybody back at the camp.
I polymorph into the same type of spider and chase after the spider.
Amazing. Yes.
This thing is quick.
Whilst Ruana makes a very soft owlbear noise to wake everyone up.
Mm-hmm.
And Kidu will get clear of Juna and Ruana and thunderstep in the direction of where the spider was.
Mm-hmm.
And so you'll hear a massive thunderclap that should wake everyone else up. And then Kidu will be propelled 90 feet. Because he can't see in the dark anymore.
Mm-hmm.
In the direction where he saw the spider go.
Amazing. And Gaius and Orin, obviously, with the screams, with the thumps, with the sudden thunderclap around you, you wake up. What are you two doing?
Gaius wakes up going, Dragon's nutbag! What the heck was that?
I'm writing that down. That's canon. Dragon's nutbag.
Orin, what's going on?
I don't know how, where they go? Wow, there's a giant spider over there, seeing Juna. And then thunderclap, and I'll just attempt to wake up as much as I can and start running in the direction that everyone else seems to be heading.
Okay.
Does Juna look like Juna's version of a... Would I recognise Juna's spider as Juna, or just a giant spider that's in our camp?
Good
Make
question.
an insight check is what I will say.
If he goes towards the spider for an attack, then Micro Owlbear Ruana will do a bit of a lassie like.
Taking one step and hearing that and having a natural 20, I immediately assess the situation as what it is.
Nice.
Yeah. Amazing stuff.
Cool. And in that case, then I will just chase after where Orin is, like, starting to stumble towards.
Question, is it completely dark?
It is, this is like gone midnight at this
Cool.
point. It is the darkest it can be. There is no moonlight through the clouds. Very, very dark.
I'm making a lot of noise.
Gwendolyn is definitely making noise. You're quite far away at this point, Gwendolyn.
Oh.
In which case, I'll cast dark vision on myself, so I'll quickly turbo boost my goggles so I can actually see something, because otherwise I'm going to be
Amazing.
just walking into trees. Let me spend that spell slot.
Yep, Juna, are you leaping away?
I'm literally like as near to that spider as I can keep. I am spidering behind.
Afterwards, amazing. So, it takes you a brief moment to sort of transform, like assess how spider legs works. You've gone from 2 to 8. So, and like bigger ones as well.
Oh, suddenly I'm rather nimble.
And then, a very quick figuring out of how the jump works as well. You realize that you can jump about 60 feet.
Wow.
This giant jumping spider. Yeah, so the first leap, you catch a glimpse of the spider sort of further in the distance. You are a little bit distracted by a sudden appearance of Enkidu close to where you've landed. Like, have a quick check back with all your spider eyes. Orin and Gaius are running after you out from the little spot that you'd camped. And you leap away again, and with make a quick perception check, Juna.
Oh no. 5.
5. So after the first couple of leaps, they land somewhere behind some trees. Just that you lose where they are for a moment, and so you leap towards it, but when you land there, you can't see where they've gone next.
Can I add favor? Is it too late to add Favor of the Gods? I was just mechanically playing slow.
I'd say it wouldn't make much of a difference with that
Fair
kind
enough.
of low roll, because you can only add a d4, right?
2d4.
It might make a difference, a 2d4.
If you get an 8.
Yeah.
Come on! An extra 5?
5, no. It only brings you up to a 10. So you do leap in a direction, but sort of you're like 2 or 3 leaps along when you start hearing Gwendolyn's voice in the back distance that you've come. So you've had to like get your bearings, turn around, start leaping off again. The 3 boys, how are you navigating the darkness? Orin, you can see Enkidu having bamfed out.
Okay.
Suddenly stand in the middle of a field going, oh yeah, I can't see anything.
Can I hear anything?
As you all gather together, I'll say, the 3 of you, make a perception check with advantage.
Yeah, I have dark
Who Ben
vision
can?
as well.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's the thing. The 2 of you can catch up with Enkidu quite quickly. It's just
And
poor
Ruana is
Enkidu's
with
dark
them,
vision.
just so that we don't lose Ruana. in the woods.
Nice.
I could have taken Rwanda with me.
Perception with advantage, yeah?
That's right.
21.
21. Yeah, so by the time you catch up with Enkidu, just off in the distance, you can hear now 2 spiders sort of landing, like, distantly as they get further and further away, but then you do hear Gwendolyn's screams. And Gwendolyn shouts for help, so you start taking off in that
Screams.
direction.
That way.
Which way, left
come,
or right?
come with me, hang on.
I'll grab Enkidu and I'll grab
Enkidu
Orin.
skids, turns, and runs back the other way.
And I'll just before I see him doing that, I'll grab Enkidu, I'll grab Orin and just be like, Orin, you lead the way. I can see, but my direction is terrible because I got a natural 1. So
Also, Ruana is going to jump on Enkidu's shoulders so that if he gets lost, she's going to, like, Micro Owlbear has dark vision. She's going to, like, control him like a remote control on his shoulders, like tapping him left and right. So if you do get split up, you have Ruana with you now to be your eyes, Enkidu.
And I'll send Aggie up above to fly with us just 20, 30 feet above our heads, because she can also see in the dark.
Oh, wow.
Amazing. Yeah, so Gwendolyn, as you're being rolled up in this webbing,
Get sticky stuff off me.
He's like, I'm sorry, it's it's for your own good, I promise. I do
It's
promise.
not for my own good. You're going to be in so much trouble.
Well, no, dear, like, I don't think I will. I'll probably be paid quite handsomely. But, but it's all for you, don't worry, it's all for you.
and as he's sort of like rolling you up, suddenly another giant jumping spider sort of lands in the space, Gwendolyn.
Can I roll a perception check to know if I know it's Juna?
Yeah, absolutely.
Is it a perception or
Insight to see if it's Juno.
Oh, 7.
7. Nope, it's just a second spider.
I can't cast things like message and stuff whilst I'm a spider, can I? I'm just a spider.
Is there like a feature that you could like do in the future where it's like, you know, your purple bandana? Can all your animals just be wearing a purple bandana? Just so we're all like, okay, that line over there with the purple bandana is a friendly. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
As the second spider, comes in, like even the half-orc's like, Boots? Friends of yours? At which point, the other 3 of you sort of come running into the space as well.
Juna as a spider starts flirting with Boots.
What sounds does a flirting spider make, Vicky?
Mandibles.
I just choked, let's not try it.
You're far too into being a spider, Juna.
I'm so excited. It's right, I have my cup of Twain Tides.
Yeah.
Make it all okay.
So, and the rest of you come running into the space as well. You can see, Enkidu, you could just about make out Gwendolyn being rolled up. Like, it's more shapes at this point. You can see the shapes of 2 spiders. Mm-hmm. It's just very difficult for you to exactly tell who's who from the distance that you are.
There are 2 spiders shooting one of them. I know. The one closest to Gwendolyn, I'm gonna shoot with an 2 Eldritch Blasts.
Amazing, make your attack.
Tell us you're Enkidu without telling us you're Enkidu. There's 2 spiders, I'm shooting one of them.
Because I didn't see Juna transform, because I teleported, which means I would have moved quicker, right? So I wouldn't have seen you transform. So I don't know that Juna's
It's right,
here.
if you go for Juna, you've got Ruana around your shoulders and she's going to dig her claws in if you go for Juna.
Make your attack rolls.
Do I have disadvantage because it's dark?
Absolutely.
Okay.
How very honest of you. How very Enkidu of you.
Oh wow, that is a 19 to hit.
Oh, that hits, yeah.
Cool. That is 11 points of force damage.
Whoa.
Second Eldritch Blast. Oh my gosh, the lowest was at 18 plus 6, so that's...
Oh, definitely hits.
Oh, nice roll. So, second one's 14 points of force damage.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Gwendolyn, beside you, Boots just suddenly takes 2 direct hits of Eldritch Blast. Almost like tumbles back from the force of it onto, and you can see some of its legs start to curl up a little bit in pain. To the point that the half-orc's like, and like runs over, just jumps on the back of it and like pats it, and they leap away.
Before it does, do we get reactions at all?
We weren't in combat with it, though.
You weren't quite in combat. You're all fairly far away from it, so you wouldn't get an opportunity attack.
Yeah, right.
Leaving me behind.
Leaving you behind, though.
Oh, good.
So the spider's leaping away with the orc still, the half-orc on the spider?
Yeah, so the half-orc jumped onto the back of Boots and jumped away, leaving Gwendolyn on the floor.
Like he's running away?
Yeah.
You better run.
I'm going to follow them as a spider.
Amazing, please do.
Guys, there's another spider, get it.
No. Gaius will try and explain. No, that one's Juna.
What? Why'd she turn into a spider?
Somebody get me out of this.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Juna, as you leap after it, obviously you can't make any other attacks, just in distance-wise, and you're a spider. Mm-hmm. Can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Uh-oh.
Yes. Is it against magic?
Yes, this is a magical. Ooh. So you got advantage as a gnome, right?
Do, yes.
Oh,
I
hello.
rolled 2 4s for a 5.
Again!
The same number! The same
This happened
number.
again! Oh my gosh!
I think I'm going to use a different D20 because apparently this is only rolling 4s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as you're keeping an eye on where that spider's going this time, you're keeping a good track. However, you do see as sort of at one point that they land, the half-orc climbs back up on the abdomen of the spider and then just lobs something in your direction. And as you land, this other burst of powder hits you in the face and just paralyzes you for a moment. Oh. Basically, yeah, you land, you've braced yourself, breathe it in, and then just stop moving. And he leaps away.
I stand there. Thank you to the 4 that I rolled.
Mm-hmm. About a minute later, you can feel your legs starting to loosen up a bit. They ache.
That's when I go and rejoin the group.
Mm-hmm. During that minute, what's everyone else been doing?
Trying to free Gwendolyn.
Yeah. Cut Gwendolyn out. Help.
Yeah.
Get a dagger.
God. It was throwing some powder in my face. I think it didn't really have any
frosting?
effect. No. I think maybe they were trying to, I don't know, get rid of some sort of charm on me, perhaps?
Oh, is there any powder left?
I don't know. Is there any residue?
Yeah. Gwaze.
Gwaze?
Oh, Gwaze.
Gwendolen's face it's basically covered in. It's like someone's taken a talcum powder bottle and just like covered her face.
Try and brush some off into a jar or something? Like try and collect a little bit.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Classic Orin.
Just to see if I can figure out what it is. Do I know what it is?
Make a Arcana check.
Arcana. Yeah. That is a 21.
21. Whilst you've not necessarily come across this itself, like you have a little sniff, have a little sort of taste of it, examine it a little bit, and you realise that it's basically like a dispel magic type powder.
Oh.
So whatever this guy was trying to do, he was just trying to dispel some kind of magical effects that would have been affecting Gwen.
Oh, right. Okay, he's trying to dispel something, Gwen.
Oh, yeah, that's what I thought, because he kept on asking me what my name was, and obviously I was telling him that I'm Carl Hilda Thorne.
Because that's your name,
because
says
that's
Orin
my
loudly.
name. Obviously, I'm a peasant woman from Dram, obviously. So, yes, but he seemed to think that I was some other person. I think Gwendolyn or something they thought I was
weird.
called, but that's not me, obviously. So I don't know.
He must have thought you were suffering under some sort of magical effect.
Yes.
Orin, thinking back to the poster, goes, like being charmed by someone.
Oh, perhaps. Oh, this poor girl that must have been charmed, that they want to take back to the DeBarges.
Or maybe that you were travelling in disguise for some reason.
Well, obviously I've got a doppelganger out there somewhere. What an embarrassing mistake to have made.
Who are you two performing for? There's no one out here.
We're in the dark. I don't know who's nearby.
Says Enkidu facing the opposite direction.
Guy just tries to unceremonially just like turn him around in the right direction.
Damn it, worse. This is the one time I need this dark vision. I don't have it.
You don't have dark vision anymore?
No, I gave it up.
Oh, let me just try something. Guy will just like strum gently, and then there'll be 4 little torch-sized lights just emit onto various branches around, and he casts dancing lights, and they're all just gently swaying.
That's helpful. Yeah, so
That's great.
Can we try and kind of look around the nearby area, see if anybody's listening or anything? Maybe that person wasn't by themselves.
And it's at that moment Juna comes back as a spider.
Oh wait, it's Juna.
Did we establish that I can drop it when I want to?
Yeah, whenever you like.
And then she turns back into Juna.
Oh, Juna! Oh my god! Did you follow them? Did you see where they went? Or
I followed them for a bit, but they threw some powder at me and it absolutely froze me to the spot I couldn't move.
Oh,
For about a minute or so.
oh my!
I lost track of them, I'm sorry.
Some sort of hold spider powder.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll keep them away for long enough. But I don't feel comfortable staying here. They might come back with friends or something.
well, we can't stay here. Let's just carry on the way that we were originally going. I don't think they're going to try that in the middle of a town. So the sooner we get to where we're going,
The better.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's a bit worrying, though, if there's one person out here looking for whoever they were looking for, says Orin, looking
It
at
was
the
like
trees.
Rendlin Grove or something
For
like that.
Rendlin Grove. There might be other
weird
people who will going to mistake you for Rendlin Grove.
Oh, for goodness sake.
They-
Judy starts walking.
They said that their spider Boots was the one who identified me as this person that they were looking for. So perhaps they've got my scent or something. This person's scent. Maybe these clothes used to belong to someone else or something.
Juna, when you were a spider, did you have spider sense or anything did you feel like you had extra abilities?
Was anything tingling?
Spider gnome.
I could hear a sort of like do 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 do
Oh, weird.
do 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 do. The whole time I was a spider, yeah.
We will never work for Marvel, ever.
I was suddenly very attuned to the colours red and blue, and I wasn't really sure why.
Weird.
While she's explaining this, you can just hear a little in the darkness, and you turn around and Guy's just spraying Gwendolyn with a perfume bottle.
Oh, good plan.
Ooh.
I've had this for a while. It's beautiful.
Okay.
It's not beautiful. It smells like lavender.
Does it smell like lavender?
It's very stale lavender.
Smells a bit like Juna's tea caddy.
Juna's gonna minor illusion it to smell like lovely lavender. Now she's into lavender.
Ooh, so lavendery. I feel like I'm frolicking in a field of lavender.
Yeah,
A wet field.
a very wet field. Although I think Enkidu's maybe right. Shall we
Let's get moving.
let's get out of here.
Yes.
Maybe. I remember Kasula telling me that something about that if you want people not to track you, you want to weave in and out sort of thing. You know, move around a lot, make it harder to track.
Retrace your steps.
Yeah.
Step back into your footprints and move off.
Yeah.
okay.
So rather than just walking straight, just kind of like zigzaggy and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, do we want to turn out the lights now, or do we want to just keep the lights so we can see?
We can dim them, can't we? Tell me if I can't do this. Kido will press to digitate a very dim light. Because I can make a spark of something, but if it's like small, like a glow in the dark thing, as just as long as you can see in front of his face.
Yeah. I'd say that you can basically use like it's not even a full 5-foot light
Yeah.
in Kidu, but it's enough that you can see the floor directly in front of you.
Yeah.
Is it just you, Enkidu?
I think I'm the only one.
Well, if you need Ruana to be your eyes, you've got her now, as long as you want her.
Oh yeah.
Maybe, yes, if we can have as little light as possible and
Or a little
go
glowing,
as quietly as...
little glowing something. I can. Oren will put a little bit of phosphorus on a stone or something nearby and just be like, "You can have that if you want. Just a little glow."
Guy will drop the light with 2 clicks of his fingers. And they go.
Let's get moving as quick as we can.
Very musical.
That's kind of my gig. Cool, and we're off.
Okay.
In a zigzaggy fashion.
Zigzag.
Zigzaggy fashion.
You lead the way, Gwen. I'm right behind you.
Okay.
Juna sort of holds her hand, but lets her lead the way.
Yeah, Oren's not going to let Gwen go
Tight.
too far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes you a brief moment to sort of work your way back toward the road itself. Are you going to be following on the road or sort of just off of it?
Just off of it.
Off of it, but like far enough that we can at least make out like a general awareness that the road is pointing that direction. So not just
Absolutely.
walking off into the brush
Yeah,
somewhere.
in between
Tracking
50
the
to
road, but
100
not on
meters.
it.
Following
Yeah.
the road, but yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You're not actually
Yeah.
on the road. No worries at all, yeah.
And Gwendolyn, because obviously she's a lot faster, and at the moment she's pretty nervous. She's kind of going to go ahead a bit, but like she's kind of just springing all over the place and just using a lot of her speed and spread her smell all over the place. She doesn't have or her lavender
Juna's
smell.
keeping as close to Gwen as she possibly can with her tiny little legs.
She'll keep on kind of coming back to the group, but also just she's on like high alert right now.
Yeah, I'll send Aggie up to sort of fly 60 foot above us as well, just so that she can keep a bit of a lookout.
Nice.
What's Gwendolyn wearing?
She's wearing dungarees, woolly hat, kind of got a bit of a dirty cloak on over the top of that, boots.
Sure.
Who is she wearing?
Oh my gosh.
Lavender by Gaius.
Enkidu, I'll ask, are you alright? And you'll place his hand on her back and you'll feel the cloak suddenly just heat up and warm.
Well, that's nice.
Oh.
Thank you. More cozy.
Yeah, good. Perilous times.
Yeah.
Be the worst thing right now for you to lose you in the middle of all this.
You're making me sound useful.
What?
I was saying it would be a shame to lose me. It's quite a nice thing to say.
Oh, well, of course, I wouldn't want anyone else to be taken away from us right now.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. Well, it'd be a shame to lose you too. So, glad you're here.
Yeah, thanks. Enkidu will drop back to the back of the group.
Cut to Myra sitting bolt upright.
Enkidu!
Oh my gosh.
That's really tickled me, baby David.
Cannon.
Her spider sense is tingling.
Oh my gosh.
So, do you carry on walking right the way through the night? Obviously, only some of you have had part of a rest. How long are you walking for?
Gwendolyn wants to walk through the rest of the night, but I don't know how the rest of you feel, so...
Would we get exhaustion if we carry on?
If we carried on.
I'll say no, because all of you have had some rest, but yeah, you're not feeling your best.
We wouldn't get about our spells and stuff like that. But
No,
that's fine.
exactly, yeah.
Cantrip!
Yeah, I'm happy to push on.
I mean, yes, I would like to carry on, but obviously if any of you need a rest, maybe we can find somewhere safe. What would you like to do?
I'm happy to keep going if you are.
Yeah, we can push on for a bit.
Yeah, same.
The further away we throw off the scent, the better.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, thank you.
DM, did we have an idea from the crossroads sign that we passed a little while ago, like how far away Vernok Rise might be?
Not from the crossroads sign. I will say that from the map, though, you make a quick calculation, and you reckon it was probably about a 10-day walk between Medravane and Vernok Rise.
Ooh, okay.
We've been traveling for 2 days now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the end of your second day.
Awesome.
Goodness
So
me.
it's basically another 8-day to get there.
Okay. Well, we're not going to be able to push on through the whole time. We are going to have to stop at some point. Just going to have to up our guard, maybe make sure Garhilda's in the middle of the group when we have a little sit down.
Maybe, we could have a look at the map, see if there's anywhere, or maybe some small village or small town along the way. Just not Rostal.
If I rest, I can turn you into a creature and carry you around, Gwen, just while we're on the road. And then if we get into a spot of bother, then we can turn you back into you. That's all I can think of to disguise you, other than the disguise kit, which I last did on Myra, which obviously wasn't very good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think there's anything between here and Vernok Rise, just Rostal.
There's all fields, but that's, I think, a lot nearer Vernok Rise.
Hey guys, look at that gingerbread house over there. That seems safe.
There's a house on chicken legs.
Perfect.
Yeah, I guess we just got to keep going, I guess.
Yeah, maybe at least if we rest in the day, we'll have better vantage on seeing what's going on from coming from
Actually,
further away.
that's a good thought. Next time we rest, I might need to nick that dart off you, and then I might be able to fix the dart vision issue we have at the moment.
Okay, great. So yeah, maybe when everybody is just so exhausted that we can't move anymore, we try and set up camp, but maybe during the daytime.
Yeah, it gets to mid-morning, the sun's risen, the rain is still drizzling down, but yeah, you find a good enough spot to sort of bed down for a few hours.
Gwendolyn does her best to build everyone shelter, making it something that's going to be a bit better. She's feeling really guilty for making everybody trudge through the night, and she's just kind of a bit skittish, I suppose, and a bit.
Yeah, let's take a breather.
Grace here, keeping you updated with all things No Small Roles related. A big thank you to all who sent in questions for the last recording of NSQ. Superfan Sam certainly got Ben and Robbie to spill the Twain tide, and it was a joy to hang out with some of our delightful patrons before and after the recording session. If that sounds interesting to you, then why not go to www.patreon.com/No Small Roles to find out how you too can be in the Zoom where it happens. Now, if you watched Wizards of the Coast 2021 D&D celebration, you may have seen my appearance as part of the Outlaws and Obelisks Slowdown Showdown cast. It was an honour to be part of this stellar group of role players with the ever so talented Jeremy Cobb as DM. We had so much fun that we didn't want the adventure to end there. And so I am thrilled to share that I will be appearing as Soraya Rakisa, my Yuan-Ti pureblood glamour bard, in a 2-part special over on the Incredible 3 Black Halflings. The first part of this sequel has already dropped on their podcast feed, so please do check it out wherever your pods are cast. And why not tell us how much you love it on social media? We are at No Small Roles on Twitter and Instagram. You can find us on Facebook by searching No Small Roles. And if you fancy a bit more of a chat to start to get to know your fellow crumpets, tea enthusiasts and abracalads a little bit better, then why not head over and join our Discord? You can find the link in the show notes.
As always, we'd love you to help us spread the word about No Small Roles by recommending us to your fellow podcast-loving pals and reviewing us on iTunes and other such platforms. And finally, I'd like to finish this week's announcements with a massive congratulations to our beloved Daryl Bailey, who is currently rehearsing at the National Theatre. Oh, it's so exciting. He will be a swing for the stage adaptation of Small Island by Andrea Levy. And we couldn't be prouder. On that high note, I'm going to say that's all from me for now. Let's get you back to our story.
So, the next morning, or not morning because you've had a daytime long rest, you start packing up and heading out again. Is there anything anyone wants to do during that long rest? Quick check-in.
Just a tiny little thing. At some point, I will have borrowed the Dart of Returning back from Carhilda Gwen, and I will have transformed it into some goggles of night vision, so that if we need to do stuff at night, we won't be quite as stuffed.
Just so I'm clear, on the dark vision front, I'm fine, Carhilda's fine, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
Juna's fine.
It's just Enkidu.
Now I've got the goggles, I can wear the goggles, and I can, I believe, use the dark vision spell on Enkidu.
Sweet.
There we go.
We are covered.
Every DM's nightmare.
Dark vision.
So will we sit because obviously we wouldn't have slept for the whole day. Would it be like mid-afternoon or?
Yeah, like I'm assuming you've kind of got into mid-afternoon, early evening, and are like setting off at that point.
Yeah.
Cool.
Carhilda, would you like to travel as a creature or as yourself?
How much does that drain of your resources?
A little, but I think it would be worth it. I got plenty more in the tank, so to speak.
Well, yes, if you think it's worth it. Yes. Why not? I'll be a little creature.
What creature would you like to be?
Well, I've always thought it'd be quite wonderful to be able to fly. So could I perhaps be a sparrow?
Yeah, you can be a sparrow.
Yes.
Yeah, Juna sort of waves her staff around and puts her hand on Gwen, and she becomes a little sparrow.
Then I have like a little green tuft on the top of my head.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
Nice.
And I just kind of like hop about from people's shoulders and have a little fly.
That's so cute.
But yeah, I'm going to totally take advantage of being able to fly and just fly around the group.
Aggie will fly around excitedly.
So, you carry on travelling through the night, or sort of early evening into the night. I think the polymorph only lasts an hour, doesn't it?
It does, yes.
It doesn't, but for at least for the first hour of travel, you're pretty comfortable. The next day, again, goes by without any issue at all. You pass through a few little villages and things, a couple of like little homesteads, farms, but nobody seems to pay you much attention. Nobody seems to pay you much mind. On the 6th day, as you're travelling along, during one of the times that Gwendolyn is transformed into a bird, you have to step to the side of the road for a moment as quite a hefty caravan of people starts sort of coming towards you, taking up most of the space. Not even on the path, but also off of the path. A hefty lot of them. As they're sort of passing through, these covered wagons are all draped with flags. Flags with a rich lavender background. And outlined in white is a winged black panther.
Do we know what that is the flag of?
Yeah, just any of us.
What colours are the wings?
So they're black as well. It's just the outline to make it stand out more on the flag is white. Feel free to make a history check.
All of us? Or...
I'm too busy being a bird. Tweet, tweet, tweet.
Enkidu has a vested interest. Oh, never mind, he doesn't.
I'll attempt to make one if I may. I've read through my history books that I got from Crown. Probably don't have a clue. 10.
I got a 15.
Well, that's okay. I got a natural 20! I don't know how he got that, but he did!
So, yeah, with the natural 20, on your travels, Gaius, I'll say as you've sort of like tried to get to know some of who the noble houses are and things like that, and tried to like get an understanding of who best to be targeting if you're ever going to make it as a bard, you did learn a few sigils, and you know this one to be, it's not necessarily a full noble sigil, but it is the symbol that Timon Prevost has been using.
Oh. We like him, right?
We don't know. We need to find out.
And can we tell what direction the caravans are going?
Yeah, they're kind of from From where they are, they're heading slightly like northeast
Flawless Vale.
for Lost Vale.
Gwendolyn like kind of goes and flies over the caravan and is gonna like go and perch on it and have a little look.
Nice. The covered wagons are. There's a couple of them as well that have just draped these flags along the sides as they're traveling along.
Can she fly under?
Yeah, you can have a little fly in if you like.
Oh, when I'm under polymorph, like, am I in my head or am I?
You are
bird
you.
brain?
You just have bird brain. Yeah,
Okay.
there's both.
Gonna fly in, just have a little look, see what's in the caravan.
Yeah.
Some seeds.
And there's a little shout of joy almost as you sort of like flit from a little child that's sat in the back. But what you see is just rows of people sort of sat chatting away. Each of them like sort of sewing together other little banners and things. Some kids are trying to play a game of cards on the caravan floor. But one of them has spotted the bird and it's like, and then especially if you do like fly in a little bit, that causes a little bit of excitement amongst everybody.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, just gonna like fly, maybe like try and land on the head of one of the little kids, like tweet, 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 tweet.
Amazing. And one of the parents is like, oh, be careful. And it's like coming over really gently to just try and move you. The kids sat there like sort of shoulders up, like head getting lower and lower, trying to like keep you on there but not be too scared.
Oh, cute. Do they look like rich or what sort of like, can I tell?
No, you'd say
standings.
fairly normal people, like workers and tradesmen maybe. Yeah, there's no sense of nobility in amongst any of these.
Okay. So yeah, average, like just nice, kind of good vibes. Does it seem like people seem happy to be in there? Or?
Yeah, everybody seems really chill, really excited. And like I say, some of them are like sewing more banners, so
Okay.
you can tell they're fans at least.
Okay. Can I fly through the others, or is it kind of much of the muchness?
Yeah, as you do, you pass through 3 or 4 others. It's again much the same. One of them has got less people in it and more stuff, more like food and camp supplies and things. But yeah, largely it's just people.
But general good vibes.
Yeah, exactly. From everyone.
Okay. Yeah. I keep every time I'm going in and out of the caravans, I'm like making sure that I'm flying up above so the rest of the gang can see me and like so they know that I'm not like stuck or anything. And then I'll just fly back because I probably might have been too long or whatever. Kind of like merry tweets. Tweet.
Are there like loose people at the edge of the caravan, like walking along with it or anything?
Yeah. There are a few people obviously sat up on them, guiding the horses, but there are a few people around the caravans as well, just going for a stroll, helping other people in and out so they can stretch their legs and things.
I'll just sidle up to one if they're nearby.
Yeah, there's a nice chatty couple who, seeing you approach, kind of sort of bob ahead and wave. It's a half orcish woman, a grey braid plaited down one shoulder. Again, she's in fairly plain clothing with a little shawl around herself just to keep her warm and dry. The rain has mostly stopped, but she's a little bit worried for it. And the guy with her is just in like waistcoat, jacket, mahogany skinned human fellow. You can tell that they are a couple, but they're not necessarily like, they're just like bumping into each other and stuff like that. They're not all over each other, but they're a fairly perhaps new couple is what you get, or at least there's interest in each other.
Is it afternoon? Is it evening? What time of day is it? Sorry.
It's kind of midday afternoon.
Midday afternoon. Afternoon.
Hello.
All right.
Can I help you?
What's a big lot of you? Where are you all off to?
Oh, we're heading up to Capital City, innit?
Oh, right. What's going on up in the capital?
Well, I mean, it's no secret. We've got a big old flag for Prevost, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to go and show him our support.
Oh, right. Oh, to be king, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Oh, right.
I think he deserves it more than any other.
Oh, really?
He is, after all, the son of the previous king, so it would make sense, really, for him to
of course,
for take the throne. I mean, I don't see no issue with him being born out of wedlock. That happens all over the place, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, who isn't? Eh?
Well, exactly.
Oh wow. So is Prevost isn't here, is he? No, it's just.
Oh no. He's probably already there.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's already there, is he? Yeah.
I can imagine so. I don't know. But he's going to be talking. That's what we know.
Oh,
so
is he?
A lot of us are getting together, showing our support to demonstrate for the Lord's Assembly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because them nobles, you got to put out in force really, because otherwise they just don't listen, do they?
No, absolutely. No, you've got to be a big group and do it all of your own free
That's
will.
what I always say, says Betty. The half orcish woman. Yeah, don't I say, Gerald? Don't I say? Yes, Betty. Yeah, I say them nobles. You just got to show up in force, or they just don't. They don't listen to you.
No, absolutely. Hey,
Yeah.
what do you reckon about that burying bloke then?
Oh, he's bad, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's a bit of bad.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't know if he's like the second cousin 15 times removed or whatever it is, but
Oh, if that.
it just don't trump your own kid, frankly.
Well, absolutely. Absolutely. What?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to say it out loud, but it's because they're all racist, isn't it?
What, Berings lot?
Well, just not him, but all them nobles. Nobility in and of itself is racist. That whole like, oh, you got to be born into the right family, you got to be pure blood, blah, 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 blah. Like, they're all like mixing up with each other, but... So sort of Gerald kind of like holds her back at a moment. She's like, I'm just saying, I'm just putting my part out there. That's what I think.
Oh, right, actually.
So they've got an issue with Simon because, first of all, he's a half-elf. And second of all, he weren't no noble, or at least his mother weren't, or something.
Oh, right, okay. Oh,
That's how I see it. And quite frankly, I think if he can get on the throne, then it'd do better for the country.
absolutely.
Someone like us, you know.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's he, what's his, like, policies or whatever?
Oh. I don't know who you are, young man. I have no idea who you are. But he is working for you. I can tell you that.
Oh, is he?
Do you want your voice heard in the government? Do you want your voice heard in lawmaking?
What's his manifesto?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know how things currently work. You got your local councils. Your local councils say to the lords of their town or whatever, play their tithes, and then the lords go to the Lords Assembly. They make the laws, and yeah, they might check in with them wizards, but ultimately, it's all just like rich people, right?
Yeah.
Well, Timon Prevost wants to set up a people's parliament.
Wow.
So the local councils don't have to go to their local lords. No, they just say for what themselves, like whatever it is that they're worried about. They say what they want put into law. And frankly, my mother was on a local council, and she would have taken any one of them lords, running through the muck with some of the stuff they come out with.
Yeah. I mean, I am inclined to agree.
Oh. So yeah, you're more likely to be a Prevost supporter. That's great. Do you want a badge? I think we got some knitted badges.
I'll take a badge. Why not?
Oh, absolutely. Do you want some for your friends?
Yeah, why not? Could be useful.
How many do you want? Hand them out. They're like rosettes. It's amazing.
Why don't I take 5?
Julie at the front there, she's been knitting them all day. It's so cute.
Oh, yeah. We'll grab 5 of them then.
And yeah, sort of
I love Betty.
Yeah.
like steps out, jumps onto the back of a caravan, and Gerald is like, right, sorry about that. But yeah, that's long and short of it.
All right, okay. Yeah, good to know. When's, do you know when Prevost is meant to be speaking at the
No.
Lords Assembly?
Well, I mean, it's supposed to be soon. I know that. That's why we're all heading over that way. Going to take us sort of 4 or 5 days, what with caravans and all the rest of it. But yeah, within the 8 day, he's. But we're going to be there no matter what. We're going to go set up there,
All right.
settle in until someone gives him the time of day.
Yeah. Well, I guess I wish you good luck with it.
Well, thank you. Betty jumps back down off of a caravan, off of the back of a caravan, walks straight over with like probably about 10 or 15, and just like lumps them into your hands, Orin, and even starts taking one and pinning it to the straps of your bag. It's like, so there you go. You just hand them out. Like, I know I've given you far too many, but if you want to give them to other people, you do that.
All right.
Spread the words.
I'll think about it. Thanks. Bye.
While this has been going on, David, Guy has just sort of been stood by the side of the road, just being like, "Hail and well met. Throw us your coin if you like this song. Spider catch, stop the spider with a monk it tried to snatch. Snap its webs, poke its eyes, grab it quick before it flies. Abracalad, trying to spider catch."
Oh my gosh.
This is Juno. Woo!
And Keaton pauses with his notebook and is like, yeah. And he awkwardly claps with his pen in his mouth.
Can you make a performance check, please, guys?
Yes. 14.
14. So yeah, you receive 7 gold pieces worth.
Hot damn.
As they some of them sort of pass coins down off, rather than just throwing them at you, pass coins down off of the caravan to someone walking nearby, and like who goes over and just like puts it into your hand, along with 2 or 3 more rosettes.
Cool.
That was a very good song, Guy.
Yeah, thanks, Julian.
Tweet.
As he's leaving, I just want to like shout, honk if you like Prevos.
There's like a load of goose noises that follow. Honk.
Aggie.
They have that like in the front of each like coach or caravan, just like a honking goose, just for like, rather than a bell.
Yeah, little goose-shaped horns. Lauren's been making them for him. But yeah, they sort of keep trundling on. They haven't slowed down the entire time that they've been speaking to you. And yeah, so it's not long before these caravans and the last few stragglers kind of like keep stepping away.
Well, guess we know a bit more about time on Prevos, according to Betty.
Yeah. He seems like quite a decent bloke from what I can pick up.
From what you've been told from his supporters, right?
Yeah. Who, I mean, at least all seemed in their own faculties, unlike supporters of someone we could name.
Yeah.
I assume none of them felt frosted, did they, David? They all just felt...
I'll let you have a retroactive insight check if you like.
Yes, please, if I may. 5.
Hard to tell. They were just very happy people.
Yeah.
And obviously, whenever you've seen someone on frosting, they kind of turn a bit happy as well. So,
Yeah. Maybe they're on frosting, but I'm choosing to imagine they weren't.
Can I? Would I have had any insight as a sparrow when I was flying through those caravans?
I mean, you can make a wisdom check with sparrow stats if you want.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find sparrow stats. You carry on.
Cool.
Well, it looks like he has the support of the common folk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will, if I was a part of that conversation, but I think I bit my tongue a bit. I wonder if any nobles had supported Prevos in his vision. Because it doesn't sound like giving away power from those who have inherited for so long doesn't sound like something they'd want to support. But maybe I can save that question for Heron, if he knows the ins and outs of the consortium.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a bad thing to get to Forlos Vale within the 8-day, would it not? Just to have a
very
glimpse
difficult.
of what's going on?
But we need something to carry us that far. It's quite a distance, and we've gone everywhere on foot so far.
Yeah.
Well, we should be getting some money from Vernock Rise, no?
Yeah. Also, didn't Heron say, just a thought, that he had the means to transport us? He just didn't want to while we were on that particular mission because it would be obvious to the consortium. But I wonder if there are ways and means of faster travel.
I mean, he has to travel to Fordos Vale for work for the consortium. I assume there's some way to instantly or get there quicker than hoofing it everywhere, because it will take us forever to get anything done at this rate.
Yeah.
Gwendolyn stops being a sparrow.
What was your insight check in the end?
My insight check was 15.
Oh, wow.
15.
Very good.
Yeah, having gotten up in the faces of quite a few of them, yeah, the impression that you got is just that they were positive people, not that they were under any influence.
Okay, so Gwendolyn, like, can she kind of like flap her wings to be like to Juna to like untransform me, or how do you stop being a sparrow?
Yeah, Juna decides.
Or do I have to take damage? Do I just crash into the floor?
Just kamikaze, man.
Suicide dive into...
Yeah.
I can make a roll to see if I understand what you're talking about.
The sparrow just starts slamming its head into the nearest furniture. Like,
Do you know what you're talking about? You've spoken to squirrels and chipmunks and all these people.
Oh yeah, can I talk to her?
Yeah, you can talk to small beasts, can't you?
Oh yeah, of course.
Can I be me again? Poof! Woo! She's kind of still waving her arms, so she's forgetting that she's not a sparrow.
Like, yeah, it's still a little bit jittery.
When I was having a little fly through all the caravan, they seemed like normal people. That I didn't see any signs of frosting or anything like that. It didn't feel the same as Bury and Fields. They felt different.
Gerald and Betty seemed great.
Oh, great!
I liked Betty.
I've been wondering about the other problem that you were talking about, the travel. Perhaps if we could catch back up to them, maybe we could give them the small door frame, Orin. I know you mentioned leaving it in Vernock Rise, but perhaps if we thought they seemed trustworthy, we could give them the small door frame and the enlarge potion, and then when we wanted to get to Vernock Rise, we just get Juna to send them a message and say, could you please make this bigger for us? We'll give you some gold, maybe.
I think that awfully sounds like aiding and abetting a potential assassin. Like, here, stranger, take this magical transportation device and use it under our instruction.
Well, they can't use it because they don't have the key. We've got the key. So that we just need them to make it bigger for us, and then we can use the key and get in.
And also, they're not going to be like anywhere near the guy. They're just going to be like shouting out their support in the streets necessarily. I get you if it's like going into his inner circle, like what's this? But like they'll just be in the city.
Enkidu,
right?
did you mean it seems like we're the shifty ones?
We're the shifty ones.
Yeah. We're just going to give them this powerful magical item, activate it when we tell you to, and then obviously, like from the goodness of your own heart, but I'd be very wary of someone I just met give me something like that all of a sudden.
To be fair, they could just say no.
Yeah.
They
And we say, perhaps if we said we wanted to do it because we wanted to come and find out what it's all about, but we have to go via somewhere else on the way and we don't want to miss Timon Prevos's speech.
We should act fast because those caravans are not getting any nearer.
Yeah.
And if they steal the door, we have no way of getting it back.
That is true.
Yeah, that's true.
As I was thinking of leaving it in Vernock Rise, I don't know if that's a useful place, because then even if we then get to Flawless Vale under our own steam somehow, we can then get back to Vernock Rise.
To make it clear,
least.
we put the door in Vernock Rise, in a place randomly, and then we go off on our trips and stuff, and we can always return to Vernock Rise really quickly through the door.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
As long as we can find a door where we are.
As long as we can find a door, but any door will do.
Yeah.
I wonder also if we ever had to go separate ways or anything, that, one group of us could have the door and the enlarging potion and the other could have the key.
That's true.
That could also be a way of getting back together if we ever needed it.
Yeah. I would feel a little bit reluctant just giving it to some random people that we just met that we don't really know.
That's fair enough.
anything. I like the idea, though. It's a cool experiment.
I just thought it might save us some time, and if we don't want to miss whatever's going on, unless we want to miss Vernock Rise and go straight to Flawless Vale.
Well, I think if we really need to be there, I reckon, I'm hoping maybe there is a way of getting there faster.
Would it just be that it would be going into somewhere related to the consortium?
Yeah.
Which is everywhere at this rate.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't be teleporting into somewhere where they have exact tabs on, and as soon as we walk out there, they'll know who we all are. If we do use
That's
Heron's methods.
But it's a big city. I wonder how they'll pick us out.
But if it's some sort of teleportation thing that is within their walls,
I think we'd turn up in their space.
I guess now thinking about it, it's like a question of, do you use it the once to get to Flawless Vale once, or do we use it multiple times to get to Vernock Rise?
we'd get it back. We'd come through it, and we can get it back as soon as we're there.
But we'd have to travel from Flawless Vale with the homeward door.
I mean, whether we need to go back to Vernock Rise afterwards, but it's just an option. If not, we can try and get some horses or something.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be able to get some transport in Vernock Rise.
Yes.
But this would be quicker.
Yeah. I'm labouring under the assumption that Vernock Rise is a temporary home point for us. We continue our investigation if we so choose. And we can always, if we're in danger from whatever secret we discover out there, always get back to Vernock Rise.
Yeah.
Even if we decide to travel faster after some purchase of carriages and horses or whatnot, to travel to Flawless Vale quicker than walking for 10 days, we can always just jump back to Vernock Rise and make a new decision about what we want to do from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's quite quick for this Twain Tide tea competition.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we got the spoons to think about. The spoons.
Forget about the
end of the world.
The nation-changing regime or coup or election. Them spoons, man.
We've got to maintain our spoony cover.
That's true. Maybe we should give them the door, because there are 4 spoons in Flawless Vale and only 2 in Vernock Rise.
that
So,
was
I
my
mean, there is
first
something to
thought,
be said for giving them the door, actually, now I think about it.
But Heron's a guaranteed source of income, so this is the...
It sounds like
safer
we're
bet.
really starting to trust Heron.
We don't have many better choices. We don't have a lot of allies out there. Powerful ones, at least.
Yeah.
Well, that's nice to kind of know that possibly there's someone out there we trust.
Then probably I think the Vernock Rise, leaving the door in Vernock Rise I'd vote that.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Heron will let us leave it in his manor. It could just be tucked in a cupboard somewhere.
Yeah, or at least in like a trusted place in the city.
Yeah.
Drakes?
Drakes?
Or the tea shop.
The temple.
The temple.
Oh, yes. Oh, I'd love to show you all that place. It was really cool.
Yes, after you've told us all about it, I really want to go to that place.
Oh, maybe there'll be a spoon there. Who knows?
Oh, I hope there is.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
So then we're agreed we're not giving the door to these people?
Fine, yeah, that makes sense.
I'd vote Fernald
Just
Rise.
an idea.
I vote for
It was
that.
a good
I like
idea.
the idea.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a good idea, Gwen.
Maybe if I can make another door, then we can. That will take
Ooh.
longer.
We could have several different Oh, that would be very cool. We could travel all sorts of
Yes.
places.
Oh, maybe I can try and reverse engineer it.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I'll have a look tonight.
So you continue on the way along the path, and again, the next few days go by without any hassle at all. The rain has largely stopped, so it's a little bit nicer to walk. You're almost warm enough to take your jackets off as you stroll along, and it's actually towards the evening of the 9th day, with the way that you've kind of like been pushing yourself just a little bit, that Vernok Rise, the little almost like tiered cake city, comes into view.
Carhilda, would you like to be a sparrow to approach? Or not?
I'm okay. I've done my sparrowing.
Great.
Yeah, thank you though.
I guess if it's a thing of like, if we're in an area where we start seeing those wanted posters again, that's when we need to think about that.
Yes,
I mean,
that's
hold
when
it
we-
back.
Yeah. But hopefully, it's been a long time since we've had any trouble from that person on the spider.
Yeah.
So, hopefully we've at least lost them.
Let's keep our wits about us as we go, though. There could be
Yes.
people hiding in every corner in the city.
Yeah.
Gwendolyn pulls up the hood on the cloak that she's wearing. She's got her hat, and she's just she's starting to try and she's been kind of looking at the different ways that the people in the party walk, and knowing that Enkidu's a bit more from a city, used to keeping his wits about him, got some more street smart. She's just trying to kind of take on some of Enkidu's sort of way he walks, and just yeah, okay, I'm blending in. I'm being stealthy and sneaky like Enkidu.
Enkidu, no. Would I notice? Can I roll to notice if she's doing that?
No, I'm so stealthy.
It depends. How obvious are you being with this, Gwendolyn?
I mean, I've kind of during those last few days, I think I've been trying out everybody's walk, but I've just kind of felt like that Enkidu's is the most appropriate. So he might notice that she's very much falling in step with him a lot of the time.
Okay. He kind of he'll notice, but he won't comment. He won't say anything. We'll just carry on.
She does an Enkidu nod back.
Enkidu does a slower nod back.
She doesn't even slow a nod. And winks.
So you start making your way into the city, and yeah, so it's probably about sort of 6 in the evening. The sun is still up, just about, but the city itself, it feels a little bit more drab than it was last time. Obviously, the last time you were here, it was all decked out in flowers. It was all sort of celebration mode, whereas now it just feels like almost any other place.
Oh.
Ruwana, do you remember last time we were here? You were an owl, Mirage. Look at you now.
Oh my gosh.
As you sort of lead up the main path towards the middle ward of the city and toward the Ashwing district where Heron's manor is, you find that the gate is closed.
Oh, it was open for the Heart of Spring, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Is it worth me sending him a message?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it'll be a sending, won't it? How far is his place from the gate?
Oh, not far at all, to be honest. This is within range of ascending. Not necessarily a message.
Cool.
But there are a few guards sort of stationed nearby who stroll over and are like, can we help?
We're just having a little look, aren't we? Just new in town. Had a lovely Heart of Spring, so we're just having a bit of a mooch around.
Yes, we're doing the spoon competition. 20 spoons. We know
That's
there's 2
the one.
here.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Drakes.
Yeah, Drake. I think they've closed down the catapult for the day, but
Oh.
they'll probably have it back. They'll have it back up and running tomorrow, I'm sure.
Vicky is very excited about the catapult.
Oh my gosh.
There's a catapult. And what's the other one? What's going
Oh, no idea. Just they had it outside the city in that in the flower field.
Oh,
Oh.
intriguing.
Oh, lovely.
We'll have to find out about that tomorrow. How would we go about popping into this into the ward if we needed to make a quick visit?
Oh, have you got an invitation with you?
No.
Not.
We're working on that. The person we're visiting is out at the moment, and we've come a little bit early. We don't mind coming back a bit later once we've got proper authorization.
Okay, yeah. If you've either got written confirmation that they're expecting you, or if they want to come to the gate, if you can get a message to them in some way, then that's obviously that's absolutely fine.
Of course, we'll come back. We'll come back later.
What about
Take care, friend.
Oh.
And he'll grab Gaius and everyone else. Let's go. Let's go. I've had enough of harassing guards in my lifetime, haven't you?
As we walk away, I'm just gonna send a sending to Heron saying we're outside the gate. We love to come in.
And yeah, you get the response quite quickly. Oh, wonderful. I'll send the butler.
Juna doesn't say thank you because that's another sending.
How rude.
And Kidu apologises to Gaius to say, sorry, I just didn't want to do all of that in front of the guards to make us look suspicious.
Yeah, no problem. I was about to do some spells and stuff, so that's actually a fair point.
And Kidu just rubs his forehead and massages his temples.
Yeah.
So does Gwendolyn. Her own forehead and her temples.
While we're waiting for the guy to come and collect us, can I just have a little look around and to see if there are any wanted posters around?
Oh yeah, make a perception check.
Just have a little idle look around. Oh, natural 20. 22.
No, you don't actually see any. At least not up near the gate that you are. And passing through the city, if you'd been making that check as well, there aren't any on the main thoroughfare at all that you can see.
Can I check to see if anyone's any shady people about? Anyone been following us or loosely or whatever? Just people about.
Yeah, I will let you make either a general perception check or to insight the people that you can see.
Perception,
Up to you.
please.
Yeah.
There are some shady people in the window of the mirror shop.
13.
No, everybody just seems to be going about their business. There are a few people that have clearly been drinking early. They're staggering home already, but
is there a Vernal Rise equivalent of Weatherspoons?
Oh, no. Not in this ward. The lower ward, maybe.
That's where we are.
We are in the lower ward.
you're at
I
the
thought we
gate.
were in the
At the
middle
gate.
ward. Oh, sorry.
We've not got in.
Trying to get into the middle.
Oh,
ward,
right, yeah, of course, sure.
But yeah, it's not long. It's probably only about 15 minutes before the guard pops his head out of his little guardhouse again, beckons for you over, and just goes, can I just confirm some names?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, run them past us.
Who is it you're here to see? Sorry.
Hang on. Can I check to see if the butler has indeed come down?
You can't see from where you are if the butler
Can we
is
remember
beyond
the name
gate
of the
or not.
butler?
Newham.
Newham, yeah.
Yeah. Can we
Newham.
say the name of the butler?
Newham.
No.
Oh,
Yep. Nope, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, no, he's just waiting there for you.
Hi, Newham.
Perfect.
ooh, that was close.
He's,
And yeah, he's sort of-
an old lover of mine.
Too much miss.
Didn't need to know that, but thank you
That was
very
tense.
much. And rather than opening up the large main gates, he opens up a smaller side one for you all to pass through. And yeah, the sort of jittery butler is stood there. Oh, it's you.
Hello?
Well met.
Hi there, Newham.
Hello.
Come along then. And he just starts
Cute.
walking away, leading you toward Ilwyn Manor.
As we follow the butler, I'm going to message to Enkidu, because we haven't discussed this. It's your call how much we share with Heron about what happened to you, Enkidu.
No, I think let's do it. Gives weight to our story.
All right.
As long as I don't have to admit anything from my lips, hopefully that'll be enough.
All right.
Hopefully that was 25 words.
We were having a conversation back and forth.
yeah, fine.
Once I see this conversation between flitting eyes is over, I'm just going to gesture to Juna, point my middle finger, my index finger at my eyes, and then at the guy, and then point to my head, and just raise and shrug my shoulders as if to say, look into his head, maybe?
Oh my gosh.
I just want to make...
She does a letter Y with her fingers and then a thumbs down why not?
I love that Juna's doing this when she could just message Guy.
And Kieran noticed the hand signals going behind them and he's like, what are you guys doing? He says that.
And then Juna messages to Enkidu. Guy seems to want to be doing hand actions, so I just did them back to him.
And Kieran just looks at Guy, shrugs his shoulders, more hand actions.
Gwendolyn shrugs her
Peppy
shoulders.
hands.
She doesn't know why.
Yeah, I'll do a detect thoughts on the general area to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's nice being a sorcerer again. I can burn through these spell slots.
As you're moving through the streets, yeah, there's obviously, like, you get pings from nearby houses that there are people in there that you could possibly listen to. But with your focus on the butler, his surface thoughts are just like, "We're probably going to burn those potatoes unless they hurry up. Always got right in the middle of cooking. It's just... it's exhausting. I'm too old for this shit."
What about the guard at the gate?
By this point, I would say as you've sort of walked in and like you're being led away, you can't hear the guard. But
Cool.
Nurum, at least, nothing shifty seems to be happening on his surface thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not long before you arrive at the door. Nurum opens it and steps inside, holding the door open for each of you to enter. On hearing the door, you see Heron step out of another room. He says, "Good evening, everybody."
Evening.
Evening, Heron?
We were just about to sit down for dinner, actually. Nurum, would it be possible for a few more plates? And Nurum
Juna looks a bit worried,
Poor
like,
guy.
no, not the burnt potatoes.
He says, "Yes, I suppose." And like totters off. But Heron gives each of you a nod, closes the door behind you, and then gestures for you to step through, not into where you were beforehand, the little sort of meeting room that he'd had beforehand, but like further into the house, into a study, sort of saying, "I hope the journey wasn't too difficult to get here."
Very wet.
Yeah, very
Yes,
rainy.
it's been raining quite a lot. Professor, and as you step into sort of the study, which again is it's quite plush in the way it's laid out. There's lots of like chaise lounges, like extra desks. Almost everything seems to be covered in some kind of notepaper or a stack of books. There's a huge wall of books along one side of the room. But at one of the desks, you see a gnome.
Can I clarify, he is definitely a gnome and
He
not
is
a human
definitely a
masquerade?
gnome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Sort of grey, tousled hair, slightly sort of like pinkish, flushed face. He looks a bit younger than you, Juna.
Okay. How old?
Probably 120, 130, you'd say, for a gnome. Which, take of that as you will. But he's wearing, this sort of like cozy green cardigan over a deep red shirt with little square spectacles on the end of his nose as he's sort of working on something.
I'm going to go ahead and flower check him.
Okay, please do.
Do we see this happening? Like, before
Yeah,
this
yeah,
guy
like
even
you've
says
all-
anything to us? Like, Juna's gone.
Just staring him down.
Yeah.
It's unnatural 20.
Yeah.
Oh. What is very interesting is you've known other gnomes in your life, Juna. You have never quite experienced the magnetic pull from another one. And, like, I'm assuming, like, somebody else has kind of walked into the room a little bit and then Juna's kind of come in, seen him, sensed this. At Juna walking in, this guy kind of looks up, puts his glasses down onto his notes, jumps off of the chair he's in, and makes his way around the table. It's like, "Hello, who's this then?" "Sorry, hi, I'm the Professor, Kira Tagadon. You're the lot that have been working with Heron, is that right?"
Yeah,
That's correct.
it is a
friend, yes.
pleasure to meet you.
"Oh, wonderful. All right, nice to meet you. Yeah, Kira." And sort of offers his hand out, sort of going down the line.
I'm Carhilda Thorne. Nice to meet you.
All right.
Juna
Orin?
Thorne.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, Orin.
Yeah, so he shakes sort of Carhilda's hand. As he goes to shake Orin's, Juna, you step in the way. And the moment you touch his hand, the entire world around you two explodes into a multitude of colourful, glowing, iridescent strings. They suddenly spin around both of you, entwining with each other as they're colliding. And as you stand there, like sort of hand in hand, all of these strings shift under your feet to form a 7-petaled flower. Each of you stood opposite sides of this flower on your own petals, and as this sort of like rush happens, it suddenly withdraws, and these strings just fade back into the furniture and into the people around you.
I'm assuming we see none of this.
You see none of this, yeah. But he just like kind of stands there in silence for a moment, Juna, and he's like, "All right, guess there's no hiding that then."
My thoughts exactly.
And that's where we're going to end the episode.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, I had a feeling about that dude.
You have been listening to David Knight as your Dungeon Master, Ben Galpin as Orin, Chris Watts as Gaius, Daryl Bailey as Enkidu, Grace Kelly Miller as Gwendolyn, and Vicky Gaskin as Juna. Original music by David Knight. Please tell your friends, subscribe, and follow us on all the social media. Thank you for listening to No Small